Hello, Pankaj. Good morning. Thank you so much for wanting to connect with me today. I'm very happy to meet you, and I hope you are having a great morning.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good opportunity for me. I was waiting for so long time that I wanted to meet you. And
Right.
yes,
Okay, wonderful. Great that today we are here.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
and
Before we
I'm
get started,
with you.
sorry, I was not able to hear you very clearly.
Is it okay, ma'am? Now it is okay.
Yes, it is fine. I can hear you. Yes, what were you saying?
Yes, I am saying, ma'am. I am very glad to see you. I was waiting for a long time, and it's a wonderful morning for me because I am
Great.
connected with you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm also very happy to meet you. Before we get started, why don't you tell all of us a little bit about you?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Pankaj Kumar. I am from UP, and by profession, I am working as an English teacher.
Hmm.
Yes,
That's it? That's all about you?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. What about your hobbies? What about your family?
Yes, my hobbies. It's learning English. That's my hobby, and reading new
Mm.
books.
Okay. That's good.
Yes, reading new books and doing yoga. That is my hobby, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes,
wow. Wonderful. Those are some very good things to do. All right. So, Pankaj, I hope you know at least a little bit about me. Do you have any specific questions that you want to ask about me?
yes, ma'am. Uh, Before that, earlier, before 1 month ago, I get your session, but it could be much more, like only 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes only.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that, ma'am, I'm unable to speak English. I can understand, I can read, I can write, but whenever I speak English, I can speak one, two, and three sentence. After that, I just got stuck. I don't know what.
Mm. Okay, all right. So tell me, how much of practice do you do daily? How much speaking practice do you do on a regular basis?
Yes, ma'am, I'm doing practice regularly, around 30
Mhm.
minutes in a day.
Okay, with whom?
It's I'm using S Fluency application,
Mm-hmm.
and as well as I am using Joestock application.
Okay, and are you practicing with learners or are you practicing with trainers?
I am practicing with co-learner, ma'am.
With co-learners.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell me this, when you are learning or when you are practicing with co-learners, um, how much feedback or how much correction are you getting from them?
Yes, ma'am. When I am speaking on that time, I don't know whether I am speaking right or wrong because
Mm,
sometimes mistake in grammar.
correct. So right now, as you said, when I'm speaking on that time, I don't know. Now, whenever you are using time in your sentence, talking about a specific time, you always use preposition at and not on. Okay, so that's a grammatical mistake right there. Okay, so whenever you speak to co-learners, they cannot correct you with these grammatical mistakes or the inappropriate tense that you use in your discussion, right? It's only when you speak to somebody who knows the language. It can be a trainer, it can be a friend who is fluent in English, it can be a family member who is fluent in English, right? When you practice with them, only then you can get that opportunity that, okay, here is where I'm going wrong, and this is what I need to work on. So, getting into that right space or that right method of learning is also very important, Pankaj, right? Only then you will see changes in the way you are speaking. Also, you can try things like shadowing, which is picking a fluent speaker that you like, the way they speak that you like, take their videos, play them line by line. So one line, then pause the video and repeat exactly how they spoke. The same sentence, the same way that they spoke. When you do that, it will help you in understanding the correct flow and the correct structure of a sentence. That will help you in gaining fluency and also understanding the right way to use words in your sentences. And then slowly and steadily, you will start, gaining that confidence and also the fluency. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So, right now, what are the different activities that you do on a day to day basis to work on your spoken English?
Uh, I'm just whenever I'm teaching, I'm just used to asking some. I'm just asking some question. I asked some question from a student uh,
Mm.
to improve my English.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
sometimes, yes, whenever I got a time, I just speak by myself
Mm-hmm.
some common sentence. I just frames.
I just frame, not I just frames. Okay. I just frame.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So see, Pankaj, you have to always try and evaluate whenever you are doing self-learning. Right now, you're doing self-learning, right? So a very
Yes,
important aspect of self-learning is to try and evaluate yourself that, okay, I have done these things for the last 1 month. What is the progress that I can see? If you don't see any progress, then you have to change your ways. You have to look for different ways and incorporate them in your learning style. Self learning is very difficult. It requires a lot of discipline, it requires a lot of strategizing, it requires a lot of brainstorming with yourself, right? So if you see that you are doing everything and you're still not getting results, it is time to rethink the way you are learning. And it is also important that you start paying attention to uh, things that are working for you. Check what are the things that are working for you, what is making it easier for you to grasp things or learn things, and then plan your plan your learning curve that way. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. All
So,
right.
yes, ma'am. May I
Yes, go
know,
ahead.
ma'am, how much grammar is it important for learning this language? Like which part
Hmm.
grammar is more important?
Mm. For being able to construct basic sentences correctly without grammatical mistakes, first your tenses are very important. Next,
Yes,
your prepositions are very important. Number three, your articles are very important. If you are at least able to use these three things correctly in a simple sentence, you can put across your thoughts or your ideas to the other person in a simple manner. If your prepositions are not strong, if your articles are incorrect, and if your tenses are mixed up and confused, then it will, it difficult for your audience to even understand what is it that you're trying to say. So
yes, ma'am.
first, understanding these three things is very important, but also keep in mind that you should not focus on mugging up the grammar topic. So your language learning or your fluency journey cannot be separate from grammar. You cannot learn grammar separately and then try and incorporate it in speaking. That will not work. You will have to speak and you will have to understand the grammar concepts on the go. Only then it will come to you naturally. Otherwise, every time you learn a grammar concept separately and then you try to incorporate in your day to day speech, it will be very difficult for you to, you know, try and link both of them together and then make sense out of it. So that is why, learning with someone who knows the language, someone who is uh, fluent with the language, helps you in a way that you can learn the tricks easily without making it too monotonous or boring. Yeah.
Yes, because ma'am,
Oh.
Yes, some of my friends who speak very well, who are fluent in this language, but they don't know even grammar.
Hmm.
Yes,
It's not that they don't know grammar. They know grammar, that is why they are fluent. It's just that they haven't discriminated grammar as something else and English as something else. When you speak in Hindi, right? You
yes, ma'am.
will definitely, if you are able to speak Hindi, will you say that I don't know Hindi grammar? You
No,
know
ma'am.
grammar, that's why you are able to make those sentences. It is just that you haven't treated it differently. Because when you were growing up, everybody around you was speaking in Hindi and you have picked up the right way to say it. Yes
Yes,
or
ma'am.
no?
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is not that my friends can speak English and they don't know grammar. They know grammar. It's just that they haven't discriminated both the aspects of the language. Yeah?
Yes. And ma'am, one more thing
Okay.
I want to ask you that
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Sure.
reading, uh, reading is it important for learning this language?
Okay. So I think I have said it multiple times and I will repeat this once again today. Reading, listening, writing, speaking. All these four aspects are extremely important if you want to gain fluency and if you want to become a good English speaker. Unless and until you immerse yourself in the language, if you feel that, okay, I will only do 1 hour of English studying in a day, in which I will either speak to somebody or I will do some grammar topic, you will not see improvement. You have to immerse yourself in the language. The language has to be a part of your life from time to time. If you get time, listen to some videos. If you get time, write something down. If you don't like writing like this, use your WhatsApp. You can message yourself on WhatsApp. So just message a few things, what you are feeling, what you are thinking. The more you put yourself in a position that you have to use English for any kind of communication, the easier it will become for you to gain fluency and also gain confidence with the language.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Because I am
Oh.
also I'm
Mm-hmm.
writing as well as I am working on reading. Yes, but
Mm-hmm.
problem is that for only speaking, like whenever I speaking, I just got stuck after one, two, and three sentence.
I
I
get
don't know.
stuck.
Yes, sir.
Got
Yes,
is
ma'am.
past tense. Yeah,
I
I
get
get stuck. Mm. Okay. So try and see, if you see that you have been doing everything and still you are getting stuck, then ask yourself, what I'm doing, if it is not working for me, what are the different ways that I can try? You have to think about new ways or different ways that will give you result. And don't spend too much time. If you do something for 15 days and you see it is not helping, quickly look for another way to do it.
yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, normal
Okay,
conversation.
perfect.
Yes, ma'am. Normal conversation. I am ready to converse. I am ready to communicate everyone. But whenever talk about, if anybody talk about any topic that you have to speak on that topic, on that time I just got stuck. Get stuck.
Hmm. That means you are not giving yourself enough content, enough knowledge. That is why you don't have enough thoughts, and that is why you're not able to speak about any topic. So then what do you have to do? You have to listen to various kinds of podcasts, informative videos, things that will help you gain clarity and thoughts about various topics that are going on in the world. Once you have more knowledge about things, it will be easier for you to speak about topics. So look at the kind of listening that you are doing. Are you only listening to conversational videos? Are you only listening to grammar videos? Then it will be the same thing. You will not have enough thoughts to talk about. So working on your thoughts again become very important. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All
And
right. So, Pankaj, thank you so much for connecting today. And I really, really had a wonderful conversation. These were some great questions that you asked. And I hope that you find your way and you are able to, progress on your spoken English journey in future. And thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead.
yes, ma'am. I'm very happy to meet you, and it had a great conversation with you, and I have learned a lot of from you. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day. I'll see you again in future. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Bye.